Welcome to the Quick Start series for Application Insights. We've put together this Quick Start course in an effort to help you quickly get familiar with the Application Insights application so you can start monitoring right away. The course is compiled of the following sections. Section 1. Getting started. Familiarize yourself with the Application Insights user interface. Assess applications and understand their relationships, assets, and consumption. Section 2. Usage Analytics. This covers usage analysis, including design complexity and client types, as well as identify vital applications and purge potential. Section 3. Design Insights highlights the most powerful asset in Application Insights, using comprehensive design insights to identify relevant and irrelevant applications and their business value. In this tutorial, I will walk you through the basics of the Application Insights web interface and application portfolio assessment. Before we start, please allow me to give you some preface information about Application Insights. Application Insights is designed to continuously collect and visualize data from your IBM Domino environment. In detail, the following inventory, usage, and design data is investigated: all server information, all user information, all database inventory, all rich client data and browser session data, as well as design data from the inspected database and instances themselves. It comes with an extremely intuitive web interface that can be used with any HTML5 capable web browser. I recommend you use the 64-bit version of Chrome to get maximum performance benefits. I will be using Chrome during this course. Please note that it takes Application Insights 3 days to collect and process data from your environment after setup. After starting up the appliance for the first time, you will see the Application Insights login screen. Please sign in with your login credentials, which can usually be received from the Application Insights administrator within your organization. Both username and password will have config as the default. Once you are logged in, you will have access to the processed data immediately. The user interface consists of 3 areas: the settings bar, the navigation menu, and the content area. Use the settings bar to toggle between full screen and window view, show and hide the navigation menu, take a look at system configuration and information, log out if desired or appropriate. Find out about the version number and license information. The navigation menu provides immediate access to a number of dashboards. The dashboards are displayed in the content area. They are designed to give you an overview of multiple analytical items like charts, graphs, and tables, which together provide a comprehensive overview of your data. Let's start with the application portfolio assessment and take a look at the dashboards available below Overview in the navigation menu. These dashboards provide you with a complete overview of your entire application environment and the status of data collection. Navigate to Overview, Status Dashboard in the navigation menu. Click on the Status Dashboard link to open up the Status Dashboard. The upper part of the dashboard shows a number of colored widgets arranged side by side. The widgets provide an analysis overview about the analyzed inventory and usage to answer the following questions: what type of applications exist in the environment? Which applications are used most often and their complexity? How many users use the applications? The green widgets show the total number of database instances that have been revealed and how many of those have been used within the last 90 days. In this environment, 5,300 database instances have been discovered, and 32% of them, around 1,700 database instances, have been used within the last 90 days. A database instance represents a unique database identified as a file with NSF or NTF and all its instances on existing servers. Please note that the total number of database instances is a rounded value. The red widgets show a total number of the 410 application and mail-in database instances that have been identified out of the total database instances. As you can see, 92% of these have been used within the last 90 days. As both of these database types are relevant to further design analysis, they are called focus databases within Application Insights. Based on our current license volume, we see that 98% of these focus database instances are in license scope. Detailed information on the license model is available in the Applications Insights user guide. The orange widgets reveal that a design analysis has been performed successfully for the 345 focus database instances. Here you can see that 4% of the focus database instances include special design insights. Design insights are combinations of certain patterns occurring in the source code. Furthermore, the blue widgets show us that 150 users are registered in your Domino environment, and 41% of them have shown activity in the Domino environment over the last 90 days. The user activity gauge below shows you how user activity in the last 90 days spreads over the different databases. The donut chart provides answers to the following questions. In which database type did users interact? How are the users accessing the databases? The displayed data is differentiated by focus database web usage, as well as focus database notes, or rich client usage compared to other databases. You can select and deselect any of these parts for analysis according to your needs. For instance, in the donut chart, you can clearly see that the number of user access days of focus databases accessed by clients is the highest, at 69%. If you want to concentrate on focus databases only, simply deactivate by deselecting the other databases to compare focus database web usage, which is 7%, to client usage, which is 93%. Additionally, the gauge provides a mouse-over glossary explaining relevant terms. Next to the user activity gauge, we see the usage history gauge. Each column in this bar chart represents the total number of database instances which were accessed in a special time frame. Last 7 days, last 30 days, 90 days, 12 months, and all time and never used. The bar chart provides answers to the following questions. How are the databases used over time? How are the focus databases used in terms of read and write and read only? Please note that the bars are growing correspondingly to the time of using Application Insights. Similar to the user activity gauge, you can select and deselect any of these parts for analysis according to your needs. If you want to analyze the utilization of focus databases only, simply deactivate the other databases by deselecting them to reveal the usage over time. The design impact gauge next to the usage history gauge indicates how the 345 focus databases are categorized in terms of design complexity. Each color represents a complexity level, where red is at the highest complexity level, referred to as exceptional. In Application Insights, design complexity is defined on analysis of the following data: Domino-specific design elements, code blocks, and code lines. By doing so, Application Insights gives you deep dive information about complexity and similarity of database designs. These design complexity calculations and classifications are intended to help you determine how to best address topics like modernization and migration. For the sake of simplicity, you can assume that the higher the design complexity score, the more attention you should pay when these databases are entailed in modernization and migration scenarios. By combining the design complexity and the actual application usage, a strategy can be determined that is realistic and cost-effective. More precise figures and information on the analyzed Domino environment infrastructure is available in the Environment Overview dashboard. To open up the dashboard, select Overview, Environment Overview in the navigation menu. The Environment Overview provides you with a single overview of how the infrastructure of your Domino environment is set up. The organization chart is easy to read and unlocks extra environment information like address books analyzed by Application Insights, servers analyzed by Application Insights, the number of Domino releases and operating systems, the number of users and how many of them have been active over the period of data analysis. This is an interesting figure because it ties into the number of database instances that have been used during that time, the exact number of databases and database storage, and the number of databases touched by active users. This number is interesting because it reveals how many database instances have actually been used by the users during the period of data analysis and might indicate an opportunity for significant optimization in terms of archiving or sunsetting, the number of views defined, and the number of views that have been indexed. This is just another site on usage of these views. If you plan to mobilize your applications, that could be an important factor because why should you mobilize a view that users are not accessing? This environment overview gives you valuable indications where to go with your plans for strategic decisions on optimization, modernization, and migration. Further facts on environmental inventory are available in the inventory dashboard. Let's take a look at the inventory dashboard and select Overview, Inventory in the navigation menu. The inventory dashboard gives you a comprehensive overview over the total number of database instances, replica sets, and disk usage. In the upper part of the dashboard, you see 3 gauges. 1 for database instances, 1 for replica sets, and 1 for disk usage. Each gauge opposes applications versus mail-in versus other data in a donut chart. Let's start looking at database instances. In the status dashboard, we have detected that the most activity happens in the 410 focus database instances. When we look at the inventory database instances donut chart, we can see that all other databases have by far the biggest number of instances. Here, it is possible to select and deselect sections for direct comparison. For example, if I deselect other databases, then I can immediately see that out of the 410 focus database instances, 6% are mail-in database instances and 94% are applications. Let's continue with replica sets. A replica is a copy closely resembling the original concerning its shape and appearance. A domino application or database is determined by a unique replica ID and can be represented by more than one instance. The instances are then called replicas, having the same replica ID. For example, a mail file with a unique replica ID exists on 3 servers. Then, 3 instances of the mail file exist replicated across 3 servers for improved availability services. So, it would count 3 in the database instances gauge and 1 in the replica sets gauge. In the same way, disk usage is presented. In the list below, we find further detailed values to the above information. When we take a look at the application database instances in the first row, we get more info on the database instances, disk usage, and replica sets. 589 database instances have been identified. 482 of them are used. That means 107 are unused. This means, after thorough investigation, you may be able to delete unused instances and reduce the number of instances on the servers. By comparing these numbers against usage information and disk space used, you get a good understanding of the capacity utilized in your Domino environment. Environment checks with Application Insights provide the following benefits: instant visibility into the database and complexity metrics, clear understanding of your IBM Domino environment utilization. Thanks for watching.